Card Service International presents The Energy of Sales Success with Tom Hopkins. Session 2, The Formula, Getting New Business. Discover the formula for successfully landing new merchant accounts in a booming credit card industry. Gain knowledge and ability to prospect for leads, work warm markets, and generate referrals in your local business community. Our mission to provide the very best service in the transaction processing industry today.
This session is one of the most important that we'll cover as to you building momentum and really starting to build the type of income you'd like with Card Service International. It's a subject that most new people are afraid of, and it's a subject that veterans in this business want to get away from, and that's a thing called prospecting. But I believe beyond a shadow of a doubt that if you will commit to realizing that the activities on a daily basis, the number of quality contacts, the number of people you talk to will build momentum, and the end result will be end of the month productivity. See, many people go into selling and they think about the sales they're making, instead of every day knowing that you must get up with a commitment to meet X number of people, and in meeting these people, build the opportunities to meet the number of people you need to go in and do quality presentations too, wherein you will close lots of transactions. Now, you've all heard the term cold calling. I don't like it, because right away it has a feeling like this is going to be a cold meeting. I've always called it warm canvassing. And I've called it that, especially with a new person, to let them know that it can be fun and it can be warm if you go there with the right purpose and the right original greeting and presentation. Now, I'd like to talk about a thing I call walk-around canvassing. Walk-around canvassing is nothing more than dedicating yourself every day to finding businesses that you've not gone into and going in with an attitude of not really selling, but meeting the business owner and establishing some type of relationship. Now, don't get me wrong. When you have a lead that has been given to you by the agent, and they are qualified, we are going to go in, present, and close the transaction. But one of the keys is for you as an individual, not waiting for leads, but finding a number of businesses every day that you can just walk in, establish some rapport, and build a foundation, a momentum of new people for you to move into presentations. Now, here's the concept. Go in with an attitude that you have something in common with the business owner. And you do. You are also in business in the community. When you walk in to, let's say, any business, and I would also like to suggest, don't drive to work the same way every day. That's a mistake many people in selling make. They get in a rut. They drive this street, this street, this street. You're not seeing what's happening in the community. A pro drives differently to the office so that they have a chance to see new businesses coming online, new areas they've not gone in and talked to business owners. And this is a responsibility that I think many people with card service do not assume. Too many people, I believe, want the agent to generate all the business. Now, how many of you with me here and joining me want to be considered as professional? Let me see your hands. A professional in our business does not just rely on the company to generate leads. They assume responsibility, make a decision every day. They're going to talk to X number of people, and they'll build their own leads. Now, when you go into a business doing the walk-around presentation, walk in and wait till, of course, the merchant is alone. And when the merchant's alone, just walk in and say, "Hi, how are you? I'm Tom Hopkins, and I'm in business in the community here as well as you are." Don't say my name. Make sure it's your name. I know I want you to learn this, but do not say you're Tom Hopkins. Use your name. Very important, all right? I do want you to make sure you say the words, "I'm in business in the community," because now you see you have a relationship. You're in their business, you're in business, you have common ground, and that's very important in selling. So again, "Hi, how you doing? I'm in business in the community, and I wanted to stop in." And then you can do a few different sentences. "How is your business going?" See, that's a real nice little question. "How long have you been in business here?" See, now the premise is you mentioned nothing as far as what you're there for other than to say, hi, I'm in business in the community. Now you can take it further than that by saying something like, are you doing much networking with other businesses in the community? Now the reason I love that question is many of them will say, well, what do you mean? And if they ever say, what do you mean, they've now given you the opportunity to go into a presentation. See, many of you that have been with me over the years, and I see Jonathan, I see some of the people here that I've had at seminars, I've had at my 3-day boot camps, nodding at me. You must realize that being in the people business, the reason we master questioning is if I ask you a question that creates curiosity and you ask to know more, it's like you're saying, give me a presentation. That's why by saying little things like, how's your business doing? How long have you had your business here? Are you doing any networking with other businesses? And they might go, well, what do you mean? Well, obviously you might know someone who might need my services like I might know someone that needs your services. So we're kind of building our businesses together. That's one of the things our company does. We're in the business of helping businesses be more profitable. Do you have an interest in that area? Now, what will they say unless they failed a mental exam to that question? They'll say, well, yes, good. Now, I have to run right now because I have an awful lot of people to see today. Now, you notice what I've just done? The opposite in this situation of what most people do. They try to right now move into a presentation. There are some businesses I'd love to have you test, where you make a nice entree, you say the words I've given you, thank them. They can't reject you, you've not asked for anything yet, and say, you know, I'm going to enjoy working with you in the years ahead. And I'm going to keep my eyes open for people I can refer to your business. Is it okay if I do that? Well, that's very nice. Then I want you to take out your business card, and I want you to smile and say, I've really enjoyed visiting with you, and I'd like to give you my business card. Now, I want you to write neatly in a blank space on your card the words thank you. It should be handwritten when you give a business card out. When you give them the business card, and please learn the words. They're in your book. Rehearse them. And you hand it to them and say, may I give you my card? I've enjoyed visiting with you. And you might note I wrote thank you on it. And I guess I'm thanking you in advance for hopefully the opportunity to someday serve your business needs. Now what you're saying is, I'd like to serve you in the future. Now hopefully they'll say, well, what exactly is it that you do? Then smile and say, I am so glad you asked. Do you have a moment right now? And I'll just kind of get you started on how we do two things. Create more business for a business, and then, of course, create more profits from that business. How's that sound to you? Believe me, they will say, this is interesting. What is this? And hopefully then, if the feelings are right, move into a presentation. My goal is, though, not have you move so fast that they put up a defense and turn it off to the point where you'll never get into the presentation. All right? Here's another area. I call this your warm market. Everyone has a warm market. Now, the word warm market means a market you already have of people that like you, that trust you, that are family, friends, acquaintances. These people will help you build your business if you ask them properly. Now, I believe that you and the agent should design a letter written to these people, letting them know that you have been accepted to work for Card Service International. You're excited about your new position. You look forward to letting them know more because you have a way of helping them in their business. And you can design a nice little letter that lets them know that now you're with Card Service International. You have the opportunity to call them and say, you know, my agent that I work for helped me design that letter. Did you receive it? They say yes. He also asked if I could just call you and get 3 names of people you know that own a small business that I might talk with. Would you help me by giving me 3 names? You'd be amazed if they're friends and relatives, if you make it very, very succinct. It can't be, do you know anyone else? My agents asked me to ask you if you have 3 people. 3. Go for 3. It's a magical number. They'll always seem to say, well, let's see, 3 that own a small business, and then start helping them when you make the call. Help them to know more about what you're looking for, all right? You see, and also, don't be afraid to, when you're talking to friends and relatives, to call them and ask if they would give you their opinion of this new business that you're in, especially you that are new. So you call an aunt or an uncle and say, hi Jim, this is Tom Hopkins, how have you been? You know, I've joined an exciting new company, and I'm in a business that I'm just thrilled about, but I have been given an assignment. See, make it like I have been given an assignment. The management of my company has asked that I contact some friends and relatives and let them know about the business and get their opinions of what we're doing. Would you help me by being one of these people and allow me to pop by and visit with you in the next couple of weeks? Now, you'll be amazed. Your friends and relatives will say, well, that's very nice. Come by. Now you have another evening of talking to more people, getting more names. Now, another beautiful way of prospecting is labeled technical advancement prospecting. Now, let me tell you what that is. It's going back to existing clients with the newest services, the latest equipment. I believe everybody that has your system now, with now exploding into internet, is totally qualified for that next phase of marketing their products through the internet. So whenever the company creates a new product, you should have a group of your best clients that you commit to go back to, introduce the product to them, add on sale, close transactions. This is how you keep building your income in your business. And I'm also going to suggest one other thing, that you sit down, analyze your community, and choose business groups that you can become involved in. This could be a community group. It could be a charity. It could be, if you belong to a church, it could be your church. But now here's what you have to commit to doing. You choose this business group where your goal is to do 2 things. Give your time, give your resources, be supportive of this worthy group, but then also build relationships where you'll get an opportunity to serve them and all of their clients with Card Service International products and services. See, I really believe that too many people might join an organization and not look at it as a place to really do business. There's nothing wrong with helping the people that you're involved in an organization with. The key is don't join too many of them. There are some people that's all they do. They are going to meeting after meeting after meeting, and they're not at those meetings getting the leads that they should. So try that, okay? Now, Chamber of Commerce for your business, get to know the people in there. Go in periodically. Send a thank you letter when you meet someone. So in essence, what I would like you to do is almost pretend like you have antenna on the top of your head. That everywhere you go, you're tuning in to people you can talk to about the possibility of doing business with them. See, a lot of us don't do this. A lot of us go to the same gas station and get gas for our car, not realizing that if every time you fill up, you went to a new gas station, you have a chance to meet someone new that's pumping gas into your car. When these people do these things for you, be sure and not only give them the thank you on your business card. I remember one night I drove in very late. It was 11 o'clock at night. I'd finished an appointment and in some people's homes. I had made a commitment that I would not go home until 20 of my business cards were in 20 people's hands that I might serve. And that's one thing some of you may have to do. You may have to every morning say, I'm making a commitment that this number of business cards will not come home with me. And you literally take 20 business cards, you write thank you on all 20, and you make a commitment that you're not going home till you've gotten rid of those 20 cards. See, some people I've met in the company, they might get 2 leads from the agent, and they close both of these transactions by 1 o'clock in the afternoon. They feel their job is done. They feel they've earned all the income they can earn that day. Do not judge your activities by your income. Your activities have got to be the thing that get the momentum for the great income, not just a decent income. If you're done at 1 with the 2 closed sales, now you should be pumped with adrenaline. You should be so excited that no one can say no to you now. That's when you go out and talk to some strangers about this wonderful business. So, let's say you go, here's what happened to me. It was 11 o'clock at night. I had 1 card left. It was a small town. And I drove into a gas station. only business open. Young guy came out pumping gas, and I put in a little gas. I said, you know, thank you so